Who ain't got it, man? Come here. Who supposed to get, man, make sure they got that cut. This me right here. Nah, he's not that. This me, I gotta be double, man. So just break. Like, who this for here?
Everybody got a cook.
Babies. Baby's trying to become a man today. Put some hell on you. Nah, this shit don't put no hair on your chest. This shit put some sauce in your spine. In your pores. Ooh.
Yeah, that on the shit.
That's
alcohol.
That's alcohol. That shit weak. We don't drink alcohol. That shit weak. Drink no liquor.
No liquor?
No liquor. Ever.
Damn.
Ever. That shit like smoking a cigarette. I can't do it. I want to live.
Hey, Sauce, what bring you to Chiraq, man?
Cause this is where my mama from. This is where I'm from. If I wasn't from Houston, I'd be from Chicago.
Yeah?
H-Town, Texas. Benz and Rolexes. My mama from Chicago, born and raised. Southside, Inglewood, 73rd and 8th, 1200.
So you
3rd Street.
Was you ever up here in the summertime?
Yeah, I used to be in summertime. I'd be out here for the taste some years. I actually went to elementary school out here for a few years. I went to Stagg. I graduated kindergarten from Stagg.
On Morgan, 74th, what the fuck?
Yeah, I graduated from Stagg Elementary out here. You know what I'm saying? But I was born in Houston, Texas, though. I was born in South Park.
Damn.
On the southeast side.
What was that life like, man, going back and forth from? What was that life like going back and forth from up here to down there, man?
It was just a lot to see at a young age from two totally different perspectives of life. There was two big perspectives of life. Just need some because you know Chicago is a major big city, and Houston is also a major big city. You know, Houston physically is like the third or fourth biggest city in America.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up in two totally put this, somebody like, everybody gotta have some ice or a cup for that.
Sauce, when you was in school, when you was in Stagg, man, the motherfuckers like say shit to you like cause you had a southern accent?
Yeah, nah, girls like me because of that shit. I always been a little ladies man. Girls always like me, no matter what I do, what school I went to, how I was, if I was different, where I came from. Girl, where you at, Shot? You having a polo party right now. Yeah, nah, no matter what school I went to or where I was from, my accent, whatever, girls was always fun to me. People always, you know, thought I was funny, say I made them laugh, shit like that. So I never had no, I never really got picked on like that. Even when I was fat, like when people tried to pick on me, I switched me being, what is for? Even when I was a fat little nigga, I switched me being fat to a player thing, like, cause my name Albert, and you know, Fat Albert, the cartoon character, ended up being like one of the big, like one of the main characters and logos for the Platinum Fubu brand for a minute, and that shit was hot when I was in elementary school. So I used to use shit like that to my advantage to call myself Fat Albert. You call me fat and call me Fat Albert, but you wearing me on your Fubu shirt type shit. So I would just take shit like that and use it to my advantage, and girls would like it, think it was funny. And I always could rap good, or I knew how to dress. I was been the south side little nigga from the south side of Houston, so when you from the south side of Houston, it's a certain culture and a certain way of thinking and dressing that you're gonna grow up having. From having the south side phase, young, Versace shades, young, starch Guess jeans and Versace and polo shirts, young, like, that's been the Houston thing for a long time, like, dressing up your kids like the adults, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that motherfucker talking about something, man. That motherfucker talking about something, huh?
So you say most of the sauce come from H-Town. You grew up with that shit. You knew you had to have the sauce growing up, going from school to high school.
Because before it was sauce, it was just about being player, like being like that's Houston, player made players and pimps. Texas is the home of the players and pimps. That's like always been like a slogan and like a standard from Houston and have diamond grill, diamond watches and chains and nice cars and houses and you know what I'm saying? Like that's buy the car, buy the house. Like that's like Houston terminology and like saying that we grew up with. If you don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That's kind of like a religion to us. That's what we believed in. So one of the most immediate ways to enjoy your wealth and show your wealth is by accumulating either materialistic things or tools or you know what I'm saying, real estate, homes, you know what I'm saying, things like that that give you wealth and value outside of just, you know what I'm saying, talking about who you are, or having a little money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Texas is kind of one of the places where you're gonna talk about it, be about it, everything big. So if you in the big state of Texas, you gotta do it big. So I always had that mentality since growing up young, especially being from the South Side, because being from the South Side of Houston, that's predominantly where like most of the culture of Houston come from, with the screwed up clique, you know what I'm saying, era and the whole DJ Screw movement and the screwed up culture and like the slab culture, everything that just trailed behind it, it all originated like on the South Side of Houston. So it's like I grew up in the belly of it, I grew up in the heart of it, and then the city still evolved and the North Side picked up from where we started in, and they evolved and took it to another level too. You know what I'm saying? So it's the North and the South Side thing, this Houston shit that we do. I'm just a nigga that was a student and there was a witness of it young, and I really paid attention to both sides of it. And I really didn't, even though that line was always drawn when you from the South Side of Houston, I never was a person that tried to alienate the North Side or act like it didn't exist or act like it wasn't culture and lifestyle over there going on that was a part of me, even though at that time there was like, it was beef between our two sides of the city. So I'm just a person that just took all the good things and all the like all the skills and all the different
attributes and shit like that. Yeah, I feel you.
Just all the different attributes, and you feel me, from just the North and the South Side origin of music and just lifestyle. And I brought it to my brothers and shit, and we modified and recreated it, made it something better, made it something new, made it something young, and the world got drawn to it. We called it Sauce. It was Sauce before we started rapping about it. It's a lifestyle. It's the way we live it.
Okay, since you're talking about the sauce, I gotta ask you, man, how does it feel to see the sauce generated throughout the hip hop community? Like everybody, like you paved the way for a lot of fucking rappers. Like every time I listen or see a video with Lil Uzi Vert, first thing come to mind, Sauce Walka. How do the fuck do that make you feel? And that's a fact.
I mean, you know, and sometimes it's humbling, and sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's irritating, sometimes it get, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be flattered by people being influenced by your style and by your creativity, but it's another thing when people, you know what I'm saying, just try to overdo what you brought to the game and then try to recreate it and make it something of their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say like Uzi in particular, like that's little bro, I fuck with Uzi. But just like you said, Uzi a person that in the beginning of his career was watching my career where it was already flourishing. I'm in the studio with him, fucking with him, making songs with him years, like way before he popped like that, or me just popped as big as I am. But I already had a hit record at that time, took the year to quit it. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't always take it as artists just, you know what I'm saying, necessarily stealing my style or trying to be like me, but it is an honest fact, and it's a true proven fact that I'm one of the most major influences in the hip hop industry in the past 3 years. You know what I'm saying? If not the #1 influence in the hip hop industry. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to ask that question, you'd be like, you think, well, damn, y'all influence so many people to be like y'all, to rap like y'all, dress like y'all, to use y'all style and cadence. Feel me? Why we not doing as much with the music as we supposed to, and that's because of the shit that we rap about. It's kind of like, it's also take us away from being in the studio or doing shows and shit like that, because I got another lifestyle outside of music that's successful, and then we have fun and we live and then get money, do what we want to do. What?
We successful and we do.
Shit. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Cause then the nigga say, damn, y'all got all everybody rap like y'all. Well, y'all rap to it. I was thinking like, nigga, we was in them streets with your bitch. While you was in the studio rapping.
That's what the drip do.
So
That's what the drip do.
are you allowed to talk about that lifestyle or not really? Because the people
I talked
know
about it. I said, I got a lifestyle and it's successful. All we like to do is sell sauce.
sell sauce.
Saying
Now, can a motherfucker just say
knowledge,
if
conversation.
if another rapper wanna hang around you to try to get that sauce, man, can they buy that sauce from you? Can they buy some lessons or what?
I mean, yeah, you know the sauce is for sale. You know what I'm saying? The game is to be sold, not to be told. But at the end of the day, if you're a fan of my music, you're gonna automatically learn some game and get some jewels and some different perspectives of living through just listening to my music. And at the end of the day, that's kind of like up to a certain degree a cheat code because I put so much honesty or depth and fact and truth in my music, or just trying to get people to really learn something from listening to me versus to just